What up, fam? It's your boy Izzy, and we back. Man, we've been having one of those summers. All right, man, let's be honest. It's been one of those years. We had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. But today, I get to hang out with somebody that's been part of the highs. It is my pleasure to introduce my colleague, future attorney, y mi amigo, Aaron. Aaron, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are?
What's up, Iz? Appreciate you having me on, man. It's an honor. You're a big part of my me getting through the first year of law school. It was a big deal. The very first time I met you, at the introductory, minor league baseball game, man, he was giving me little bits of information that helped me get through, man. So I appreciate it. Anything you need, I'll always be there. So,
Bro,
but yeah. So my name is Aaron Winder. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going into my second year of law school at Gonzaga. Man, and I'm grateful to be here, trying to get through this COVID-19 2020, hopefully not 21.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all trying to get through it, man. So can you share with us anything, any tips that have helped you get through this time?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just trying to keep things in perspective. I personally try to find that right balance of not over freaking out, but definitely respecting what's going on and understanding the seriousness of everything. And I'm a big kind of meditation, kind of prayer guy. So I do a lot of meditation, a lot of gratitude type stuff to try to keep me grounded and focused. And that's really what I do to get through, man, and working out.
Bro, I think all those things are things that we should all be trying to aspire to do, man, because it's definitely something that is easy to panic about, I think, and to just kind of get all these bad news that we get hit with. Today, I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit more about some of the positive things that we have going on right now. I hear that you're part of a movement and part of starting something big at the school. So I want to ask you a little bit about the club that you're affiliated with, that you helped organize. Can you talk to us about that?
Yeah. So, the club is called BLSA, Black Law Students Association. It's a national club, right? And me and some of the folks on campus decided to start our local chapter here at Gonzaga. Frankly, all of our story is that when we were first accepted to Gonzaga, you're kind of looking online, you're looking through the brochure or whatnot, and they're mentioning clubs, and there's no Black club, you know what I mean? And it was kind of like, ugh. And so I think we all were kind of like, man, we gotta figure out, we gotta start something, you know what I mean? And so that's what we did. We took the necessary steps to start BLSA and make sure there's a BLSA on campus for us and so we can be together, but also for, future Black law students that come after us, frankly.
Why did you guys feel like this is the right time to start the club? Like what was behind that? Or can you walk us through some of the thinking behind it?
Yeah, well, some of the thinking is law school, the first year is hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's hard. It is a huge adjustment, right? And you walk into these classes and, everybody in law school is smart. I mean, for the most part, everybody here is intelligent. You wouldn't have got in if you weren't. And so, but you walk in and like even the code switch is real. You know what I mean? Like this is not just an undergraduate, whatever, sociology class. No offense to sociology majors. I'm one, sociology and philosophy. But it's no joke. This code switch is no joke. All of a sudden you're thrust in there, and then part of the first year law school experience, man, is they hit the ground running. You know what I mean? They're definitely not easing you into the process. They expect you to have everything read on the first day or whatever. And there's no easing going on. They're treating you as if you're an expert from day one. And if not, you probably shouldn't have raised your hand. or you should have been an expert when you got called out. You got called.
Right.
But anyway, so we just felt like it was important to be able to share some of these tips and secrets and be able to have a place to go. You know, like after the Do case or after the Hearts of Atlanta motel case, you know, it's nice to be able to go to somebody that looks like you, that maybe has some different experiences, so you can maybe vent some of your frustrations or some of your concerns about the way the topic was covered or not covered for that matter. So there's several reasons why it's important to have affinity groups and be able to relate to folks that look like you. And that doesn't mean we all think the same, but
Right.
you know, to share that kind of commonality is important. So.
No, and I think again you touch on some key points, man. Like building that community, I think is like super important, and definitely like talking to someone that has, you know, a similar experience is always helpful, especially after reading, you know, some of those cases you talked about there, man. Like, you know, I heard something yesterday that kind of stuck with me, but I think it goes with what you're saying. Like, you know, the law doesn't always equal justice, and
Right.
you know, like sometimes some of the stuff that we read is pretty emotionally draining, I think. My follow-up question to that then is, can you take us a little bit like behind the scenes and kind of talk to us about like the leadership that you have on the club?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it is really it's a weird thing. I mean, I'm the president in name and title,
Yeah.
you know, and perhaps there's a couple extra little responsibilities, but at the end of the day, it is definitely a we club. It is we that make the decisions. Any one of us could have been the president. The members on my team they're extremely talented, man. I'm telling you, and it's a trip. Everybody brings a little something different, and they may have a different perspective. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that, and I enjoy working with them. But yeah, I think the most important thing is it's a we. We make all the decisions together, and that's just the way it's done. At least that's my. If you would say I'm the leader, that's my leadership style. That we all are going to do this together, and we'll all come up with the solutions together. Especially since, you know, I'm confident enough in my abilities to know that I don't know everything and to know that I'm not always right. Um, and that comes to bear often in situations with the club. You know what I mean? Really, those guys and gals are top-notch individuals. You know, they know how I feel about them. So.
Bro, so I mean, first, I mean, I've seen the names on your guys' club, which we'll add a link to the end of the video so that everybody can see your guys' structure in the bios. But man, you guys are a powerhouse. First of all, let's talk about that. Second is like, I can respect the way that you approach leadership. I think the things that you talk about are like true signs of a leader, man. So especially when you talk about building a team and having the team always in the collective, you know, make decisions and things like that. So that's pretty dope. What are you guys' plans like for this school year? Like, what do you guys hope to accomplish?
Well, let's be honest, right? When we first started this club, we were not in the pandemic or the kind of social movement moment, you know, that's happening right now. I mean, we weren't, but we are now, right? And, you know, so yeah, and so it's important. It's important for the club to take advantage of that moment. And in fact, I think it's important for all folks that are allies of the moment and of the Black Lives Matter kind of movement. It's important for all allies to do what you can in the space that you're in right now, right? And so right now we're here at Gonzaga, you know, at the law school at Gonzaga. So it's important that we do what we can to further the goals of the movement, right? So, you know, frankly, the last few weeks, we've been actually gathering information and trying to understand the different processes. It turns out there's some real structural issues that need to be addressed at Gonzaga. It is not surface level things that need to be addressed. At least that's our focus. So, that is definitely the direction we are heading, is trying to help address some of the deeper structural barriers that exist, as far as recruiting and retaining students and faculty, and access and the space for everyone and all those sorts of things. We're really trying to get to the deeper root, which are, like I said, some of these structural barriers that are in the way. Besides that, we have 1Ls coming in. And so
Yeah.
a major part of the club to me is to make sure that the African American, and Black 1Ls coming in know they have a place to go. Now they got people they can talk to.
Right.
We know where to get outlines. You know what I mean? Like, we know whatever. We got a place to share information. So we're organizing at least one, hopefully in-person, socially distanced kind of gathering to just be able to, whatever, let them know that some people here already. You know what I mean? And besides that, I think everything else is like, we got to be nimble as far as fundraising and combining with other clubs. I mean, some of the other career advancement goals that we have, and bringing people in to speak and all those sorts of things, we're going to have to be nimble. That may have to be socially distanced through kind of video meetings or whatnot. We got a lot on our plate, but we're grateful for the opportunity, man, to make it happen.
No, yeah. I mean, it sounds like you guys are touching on a lot of the real issues that we need to tackle there. What can clubs like gu-llsa and other clubs at the school do to help support you in reaching these goals this year? Like, what is it that we can actually, some action steps that you think we can take to help you? Or do you, is there a need for that, I guess, is another question.
Oh, absolutely. When the affinity clubs know that we have each other's back, right, that actually gives us kind of more numbers, and there's more power in numbers, right? So we know that, right? And so I know a bunch of different clubs signed on to a kind of a Black Lives Matter sort of solidarity statement. I'm not sure exactly what they called it, but that was a good feeling to know, like, there are clubs that are with us. And then, as we the BLSA and gu-llsa have a strong, working relationship so far with the leadership groups of each club. I think we've been planning some fundraising events this year. But I mean, to be frank, right? COVID-19 is kind of, like I said, we're all having to be nimble and see exactly how this is going to go. But to answer your question, I think instances like earlier in the summer when you signed that solidarity statement, knowing that when we finally do, send a letter or whatever we're going to do to try to attack some of these structural barriers, we know we can rope you in to add some more kind of power to those numbers, right? To increase the numbers behind what we're trying to do. So just being supportive, man. I think that's important.
No, right. And I totally can see that. And you're right. We do have strength in numbers, right? So anything that we can do as a club to support you, man, let us know, because as you know, we're here in solidarity and just to support. You touched on it earlier, and I mean, I'm glad that you guys are already thinking on this issue, but what are you guys doing now to ensure that a club as important as gu-llsa is here in the future at Gonzaga?
That's a good question. I think the first thing is you actually have to have a strong constitution. You know what I mean? And you have to have all those kind of T's crossed and I's dotted as far as the paperwork. That's critical and that's key. And I think that even, frankly, even us being a club now, hopefully that may help a little bit, with the recruiting of African and Black students, man.
Yeah.
African American and Black students. I'm hoping that even being a club will help. But I guess just to keep it going, we're going to be here doing what we do. We're going to have the structures and the positions in place to move forward. We're going to have the funding in place. We're going to have all those things we need in order for the folks that are coming in to pick it up where we left off. It'd be a nice transition. Yeah.
I feel that, man. I think you hit all the things that you need, man, especially in that structure so that people can just plug in afterwards, right? And understand the things that you deal with on a yearly basis as a club.
Right. Absolutely. It's funny how life works as far as maturing and whatnot. And you quickly find out that it turns out it's not actually about you. It is about other folks in your family and your loved ones and sort of the collective we. And it's the same thing with the BLSA group. I mean, there's really, we're trying to hit these structural barriers and institute some change, not necessarily for me this year and next year, but for the folks that come in after. Just like there were folks that did that for me, right, before I was even around, right? So I think, like I said, as far as capturing the moment right now with the Black Lives Matter movement, I think it's important that every person, you do your part where you're at right now for the next generation and the people that come after you. So, BLSA is one small piece of that, but when you're here, though, it's a big piece. It's important to have a community, man, and like some people you can, a group you can go to, you know what I mean? And although we can go to other groups, we do, you know what I mean? But it's important to have BLSA on Gonzaga's campus.
Bro, you're speaking the truth straight up, man. Like that's some real stuff right there. Are there any events that are coming up here in the next week or two or the next month or so that we should be keeping an eye open to?
Like I said, we're gonna have kind of a meet and greet with the 1Ls for BLSA and the 1L Black Law students. And then also, I think we're gonna have a kind of combined affinity group, socially distanced meetup for incoming 1Ls also. It's important because they need to know that we are here.
Yep.
And then the smaller percentage we are of the population, of the student body, the more important it is that we have this. Because, like I said, you walk in there and it's on. It's on immediately. The first day. Matter of fact, the orientation.
Yeah.
Professor Seppernick comes out swinging. I remember orientation. I was sitting in my chair like, oh my God, is this what law school's gonna be like? I'm looking at my schedule like, damn, I'm glad I don't have him. So anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a combined kind of affinity group meet and greet with the multicultural law caucus and ELSA and frankly, whoever else wants to come, just to make sure people know you got a place to go, you're welcome. Call me, text me,
right.
Cry on my shoulder. I know what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, we all know we went through that, especially that first year. We needed all of that, right?
Yeah, I did. I mean, yeah. Maybe some people it was easy breezy, but for me, it was an experience, man. So, but I'm better for it.
Yep.
And I would do it again.
Yep.
I'm glad I don't have to. I would do it again.
Right.
And I'm here standing. I'm a better man, right? And with more little teeny bits of legal knowledge than I had before. So,
bro, I feel that to the core, man. Like, it's just one of those things that, like, until you experience it, like, people can talk to you about it and try to explain it to you, but like until you live it, then you're like, oh, okay, this is for real.
Yeah. I read books, before I got here on what to expect, and I talked to everyone I knew that went to law school. I knew a couple guys my age that went to law school, and I got a family member that went to law school, and so I'm talking to them about what to do and yeah, but then when that orientation, when I give that presentation, all that goes out the window, man. It's like, oh shit. It's me now, though, right? It's not in theory. It's actually me.
It's like one of those. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
Oh, I would say it's kind of like, I don't know if you heard that quote by Mike Tyson. Is that like they asked him about like people that he fought against, and he was like, "Yo, everybody has a plan until they got punched in the face." That's how I felt.
Exactly. That is exactly how it is, man. You got this nice plan, and I'm gonna study from 6:30 to 8, and then move, and Nah, law school comes out punching you in the face. I'm telling you, immediately. Immediately. You're like, oh, okay, so this is how I'm gonna react, I guess. Like this. That's what you do. And you get to learn a little bit about yourself along the way. So
Yeah. We're at that time frame where I just want to kind of ask you if you could leave us with like any closing thoughts, or usually ask people if they could give us any words of wisdom that will either inspire us or that will, teach us something, or just give us something to reflect on today.
Wow. I mean, that's I can deal with specific questions. These open-ended ones, though, like, man, what? Anyone be profound too? Like, I don't know. Take a shower today, man. Make sure you like the little things.
Right.
No, let's see. I think today I'm feeling like it's so important to try new things, man. Especially while you're sort of new to law school or new to the legal profession, right? Jump in there, give it a shot. I think we talked earlier, I think call it something like low stake reps.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Where everybody knows you don't know what you're doing. So you might as well go now, right? Until, and then you're 3 years out of law school and you still don't know what you're doing. So, and that's not in just law school and the legal profession, but that's anything, man. Take a shot, take a swing, believe in yourself. Whatever. Part of me wishes I would have done this a long time ago, man, because you can do it. Also can be done. It's a lot of work, but you can do it, and you will do it once you're here. So anyway, that's what I would say is, man, take a shot, believe in yourself.
Bro, I respect.
It's okay to fail. You know what I mean? It's yeah. So that's what I would say, man. And take a shower. I know it's COVID out there, but y'all still need to shower every day. Like, yeah. I see the Instagram posts on this.
Like all the little things, right?
Yeah, right. It all matters now. Come on now.
I feel that. Bro, well, I just want to tell you that I know you're busy, man. You're doing all these things. So I just want to thank you for your time and for spending it with us and leaving us with that positivity, man, because I think that is needed right now. Like it's true. Things are hard. It's difficult, but you come out a better person after going through it, I believe.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. And, it's an honor to sit down with you, man, and chop it up. Anything you ever need personally or through Elsa or whatnot, let me know. I'm more than willing to return the favor that you bestowed upon me on my first day and beyond at the law school. So I appreciate it, man. And anything you need, let me know.
Bro, same. I appreciate that as well.